My Mount Rushmore is me with 4 different expressions. Who's giving out this much return on investment? After my run, man, how's that?
Hey guys, welcome back to Simple Media, and it's finally out. Now, if you didn't know, this is a segment that I like to call Simple Reviews, where basically I review a song, a mixtape, an album, or it may even be a music video and I just give my simple opinion on whatever it is I'm reviewing. Today's review will be of Drake's album Scorpion, arguably the most anticipated album of the year thus far. It is also Drake's 5th studio album. The other 4 being Views, which was released in 2016, Nothing Was the Same, which was released in 2013, Take Care, which was released in 2011, and his first studio album, which was of course Thank Me Later, released in 2010. This album Scorpion is broken down into side A, which is the rap side of the album, and side B, which is the R&B / the singing side of the album. In this video we will be focusing on side A, and I will be reviewing side B in a future upload. Side A has a total of 12 songs, including Survival, Non-Stop, Elevate, Emotionless, God's Plan, I'm Upset, 8 out of 10, Mob Ties, Can't Take a Joke, Sandra's Rose, Take Up featuring Jay-Z, and finally Is There More. Jay-Z is the only official feature on this side of the album, though there are a lot of samples in the other songs. Scorpion was initially expected to sell around 950k first week, but I believe it has already been certified platinum, meaning it's sold over 1 million copies, or it's been streamed a certain number of times for it to be qualified as a platinum selling album. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get into the review. That's a little corny, but hey. Track 1 is titled Survival.
All of this disorder, no address, and the crown is broken in pieces, but there's more in my possession.
Being the intro track, as with most Drake projects, it was absolute fire. Honestly, the beat was ill, the flow was nothing short of dope, and the subject matter was pretty diverse considering the length of the song. He touches on his label situation, beef with Meek Mill, him almost responding to Pusha T, along with some of his other experiences in the rap game. At 2 minutes and 16 seconds, it is a little short by Drake standards, but it was an amazing start to the album regardless. My favorite line in this song was,
I was about to, man, I thought about it.
Track 2 is titled Non-Stop.
I just flipped the switch, flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this.
This is my absolute favorite song on this side of the album. Non-Stop is just a cocky song. Drake is pretty much just flexing on the entire game. He brags about his ability to rap, his business moves, some of his pricey possessions, and his love for his brothers. This beat was sick AF, which by the way, it was produced by Tay Keith, who was the same person to produce Look Alive, which of course Drake hopped on with Blockboy JB. The beat included a sample from Mac Daddy Drew and DJ Squeaky's song My Head Spinnin' from a 1995 underground Memphis tape, according to Genius. My favorite line in this song was,
it's a rolling, not a stop, watch shit don't never stop.
Track 3 is titled Elevate.
I wanna thank God for working way harder than Satan. He's playing favorites, it feels amazing.
We now go from my favorite song to my second favorite song on this side of the album, Elevate. This is one where he reminisces, reflects, and looks back at his life. He touches on the people that are around him and also his family and how much their lives have changed. I don't know if you've noticed, but in Drake's first verse, French Montana added a few ad-libs in there. In that same verse, I absolutely love how he started off singing and then seamlessly transitioned into a rap flow. The instrumental is gloomy and just gives a dope vibe. My favorite lines from this particular song were,
I stay busy working on me.
Track 4 is titled Emotionless.
Meeting all my heroes like seeing how magic works. The people I looked up to are going from bad to worse.
This song starts off with a sample of Mariah Carey's 1991 single Emotions that was remixed back in 2003. The biggest topic in this song is the fact that Drake finally acknowledges he indeed has a son. He stated, and I quote, I wasn't hiding my son from the world, I was hiding the world from my son. Aside from addressing the topic of his son, he also speaks on the rift between Kanye West and Jay-Z, the fake lives that people live, as well as the criticisms that he constantly receives being in the position that he currently is in. My favorite lines from this song were,
there's times when I wish I was where I was back when I used to wish I was here.
Track 5 is titled God's Plan.
I hold back sometimes I won't, I feel good sometimes I don't.
This song needs no introduction, to be honest. God's Plan is just a dope track, dope production, dope flow, and I believe it might be one of Drake's biggest songs in terms of numbers. It was of course, I believe, the first single that was released for the album, and it's doing great on the charts. The music video was very creative and philanthropical. Is that even a word? Well, I guess it is now. Anyways, my favorite lines in this particular song, of course, are none other than,
I only love my bed and my mom, I'm sorry.
Track 6 is titled I'm Upset.
100,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check.
Now this song, I'm not gonna lie, definitely grew on me. Initially when I heard it, I low-key hated it. I didn't like it at all, but the more I listened to it, the more I got into it. This was of course the second or third single that was released for the album, and it dropped amidst the whole Pusha T situation. So in some sense I feel it was overshadowed because of that, and the song is basically about him needing to protect himself and his wealth from dodgy women and gold diggers. My favorite line in this song was,
"Can't go 50-50 with no hope."
Track 7 is titled 8 out of 10.
I don't like to talk when there's nothing else left to say. Drizzy by the drop, the game is in disarray.
This song starts off with an acapella of Drake, which gets you interested in what he's about to say from the get-go. In this song, he takes some jabs at Pusha T and Kanye West, flexes a bit, you know, just a little bit, and mentions his son once again in the bridge. Interestingly enough, Genius has identified that just like the title, Drake has released 8 full-length projects in the last 8 out of 10 years, starting from 2009, excluding 2012 and 2014. Okay, now the outro of this song has to be one of the greatest / funniest outros ever. It's an audio of Plies talking his ish on Instagram as he usually does.
I'm happy. Leave me alone.
And my favorite line in this particular song was,
The only dead beats is whatever beats I've been rapping to.
Track 8 is titled Mob Ties.
Knock you off to pay their tithes. They want me gone but don't know why.
This is personally my third favorite song on this side of the album. Mob Ties is also one of the most streamed songs on the album thus far. In this song, it basically says F all the ones that have betrayed him and that it's too late to mend things. He gives that boss talk and claims his mob ties. Drake is known to be rolling with some real people, so there definitely is some truth to that. My favorite lines in this song were,
S-class, G-class, lot of class.
Track 9 is titled Can't Take a Joke.
Got a different way they stay, everything will be okay, man, just stay up on my way.
This is a really short song in which he speaks on his celebrity status, his comment section, which one thing I've realized about Drake is that he is in tune with everything. He knows what people's perceptions of him are, their criticisms, and it does seem to sometimes get to him, or well it did. He also speaks on his friends who can't take a joke, as the title entails, and as I mentioned, the song is short at 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but he stops rapping at 1 minute and 58 seconds, and the instrumental plays on for the rest of the time, eventually fading out. My favorite lines in this song were,
Back and forth to Italy, my comment section killing me.
Track 10 is titled Sandra's Rose.
Head on a swivel, I could shoot but I could never dribble.
Sandra's Rose is in reference to his mother. He mentions that his mother, Sandra, used to be a florist, and the rose is in reference to Drake himself. This is a song about the change that this entire fame and success thing has brought to his life. The flow is A1, the bars are top notch, and the beat was nothing I can complain about. My favorite line in this song was,
Like Charlemagne, I see the light and see the darkest patches.
Track 11 is titled Take Up featuring Jay-Z.
Intentions are pure, they cannot tell me relax.
Okay, is it just me or does this song sound like it was unmastered in comparison to the other songs on the album? It just sounds a little low to me in audio quality. But aside from that, this song has the only feature on this side of the album. I'm personally not a fan of the song, but like I'm upset, who knows, it might go on me. The highlight of this song was when Jay-Z said, and I quote, "Y'all killed X and let Zimmerman live, streets is done." Of course referencing the death of XXXTentacion, rest in peace, and the human garbage that is George Zimmerman. My favorite line from Drake in this song was,
My money is young, my problems are old, I promise I'm bridging the gap.
and finally track 12 is titled Is There More?
Only holding up I do is my end of the bargain. Only begging that I do is me begging your pardon.
This song is the outro to side A of the album and also the bridging song to the second side of the album, side B. Drake never disappoints when it comes to his outros, much like his intros. I can't help but think that this particular line, quote, "I would rather lose my leg than lose their respect," is in reference to Quentin Miller. He of course was the alleged ghostwriter that was working with Drake, which Meek Mill exposed. Well, he lost his leg in an accident not too long after the whole Meek Mill beef, and I think that this line might be referring to Drake's relationship with him. I hate to do this, but my one complaint about this song is the repeating sample in the beat. It was just a tad too loud, and because of that it was a little distracting from the actual lyrics to me. Anyways, my favorite line in this song was,
If I can't make it with you, I'll make it without.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a long review, and I will also be uploading a review to side B, so definitely keep posted for that. Let me know your thoughts on side A of Scorpion in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you're checking this out on YouTube, make sure to check out all my previous videos. And if you're checking this out on any other social media platform or my podcast, make sure to subscribe, like, follow, upvote, whatever it is, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.